Hey, what's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from West the Critic here on YouTube and WatchACTV.com. The two places on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. If this is your first time seeing me, I don't know where you've been. I've been on the YouTube scene since '05, but I decided to create a YouTube channel dedicated solely to reviews of film, anime, and scripted television. If there is anything that you guys would like for me to review, kindly leave that comment below this video or go to my Twitter where I'm readily available on Twitter and tweet at West the Critic. Now let's talk about respect, R-E-S-P-C-T, find out what it means to me. Yes, let's talk about it. Now, this movie has a 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb. I'm on IMDb as well. A 66 or 68% Rotten Tomato score. And a 4 out of 5 from Movie Insider. What is this movie about? Following the rise of Aretha Franklin's career from a child singing in her father's church choir to her international superstardom is the remarkable true story of the music icon's journey to find her voice. Release date August 13, 2021. The director is Tommy Liesel, or Liesel Tommy. Starring Jennifer Hudson, Forest Whitaker, Marlon Wayans, Audra McDonald, Mark Maron, blah, 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 and Mary J. Blige. Shout out to Titus Burgess. I think he did a great job in this film. Music by Chris Bowers. Yay, okay, great. It's Metro Goldwyn Mayer, you know, that studio, Braun Creative production company. Braun also was a part of the movie I just saw, Candyman. Anyways, so this movie is like 5 million hours freaking long, and I'm sitting here watching this movie. Let me say why I went to this movie. I went to this movie because it's Jennifer Hudson. I respect her and what she's done with her music career, and the fact that she didn't win American Idol, but she's still winning in life. And I also went because everyone was complaining about the Cynthia Erivo's version, and I didn't even watch Cynthia Erivo's version. And, you know, Aretha Franklin gave Jennifer Hudson the go-ahead to play her, so I'm like, okay, there's a lot of reasons why I should check this movie out. When I bought my ticket, I was like, 2 hours and 30 minutes? What? Is this an MCU film? What is going on? Do I really care about Jennifer Hudson all that much? Do I really care about Aretha Franklin all that much? The answer is no. But I went anyway. So I'm gonna let you know if it's worth it or not. And you're probably like, Wes, you're late because I already saw it. But if that's the case, let me tell y'all what I thought about it. Pro number one, the acting was dope. Jennifer Hudson did an amazing job. She deserves an Academy Award for this performance, or an Emmy at best, or SAG. She deserves some kind of recognition for her portrayal of Aretha Franklin. I noticed the way she spoke was different. The tone of her voice was a little higher. She, in certain scenes, did the little tongue thing. And she definitely showcased a different side to her acting ability. She was not Jennifer Hudson in this film. And so I was appreciative of that. I was like, this broad is acting. What? Forest Whitaker, we already know he's great. Titus, we already know. Like, the rest of these people are great. Marlon Wayans, I wasn't really sold on it. I felt watching it, not even knowing or realizing who he was playing, which that shouldn't matter, because if you're a good actor, you should just like pull me in. I wasn't pulled into his portrayal of whoever the hell he was playing. Like, maybe he acted as the person, like the person did, maybe, I don't know. But whatever he was doing, I just wasn't sold on it. I just wasn't. Marlon Wayans is a cool actor, though. I just wasn't sold on this performance. But all in all, pro number one, the acting is great. Pro number two, the production is great. I loved where we went. I felt it was big when we went to Alabama and was in the studio. I felt that. I felt the change in the difference and the aesthetic, the outside, black people picking cotton, all of that. Then when we went to New York, I felt the bigness of New York. When we were in Madison, I felt, you know, I felt all of that. The time period was great. In my mind, I'm like, dang, these people were wealthy back in the day. Like, we still have black people picking cotton. These people are living lavishly, you know? Wow, okay, Aretha's from this kind of life. She was never broke. Okay. And so that was cool to find out. So the production value gets a pro. But I think that's where all the pros stop and start and stop for me. 2 pros. Cons, the script. The script was very empty. It was very empty. I was watching this like, what's the point? 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 And I get that this whole movie is a portrayal of Aretha Franklin's life, and so you just have to deal with that. But I was like, what's the point? What's the point? What's the point? I'm sure there is something more riveting that happened in this soul queen's life that you can put on this movie for 2 hours and 30 freaking minutes. Problem with the script, number 1, was okay, we find out that she was unfortunately taken advantage of as a child. But then nothing happens after that. It stops. And then she grows up and she's dealing with Martin Luther King. And then there's nothing about it. And then we get a little flashback of her being pregnant at that age. And I'm thinking to myself, well, how old is she now? Okay, we find out that she was 25. So then her kids look so young. Maybe her kids are like 12. Maybe she was 10 or 12 then. Okay, boom. I guess, but it was so much of a disconnect with me with not understanding the weight and the severity of what happening to her as a child meant through the rest of her life. Because she just grows up and then she's singing and then with Martin Luther King, and then now we're getting a record deal because her father is nice. It was just, I was getting a headache. I'm getting a headache now. So I was confused. The script was not keeping me together. And like we go from one happy moment to a sad moment and not knowing why. And it was too much for me. Con number 2, the length of the freaking movie. Ridiculous. Takes over the whole movie for me. I'm sitting there shifting my chair, doing deep sighs and stuff like, damn, I knew this movie was 2 hours and 30 minutes, but why am I still sitting down? I almost wanted to get up to leave. That's how much the story did not keep me captivated enough to sit in my freaking chair for 2 hours and 30 minutes to watch Jennifer Hudson go from happy to screaming at her family drunk to now her natural hair is nappy looking and she's acting like she's an addict. How did we get here? How did we get here? The script didn't show me how we were gonna get here. I tried to follow it since the beginning. The best part of this movie was when she was a kid. Oh my God, is that horrible to say? That's horrible to say. I don't know. Con number 3, is there a con number 3? I didn't care about her story and transition. I didn't. And I wonder if Cynthia Erivo's version was better. I just didn't care. I didn't care. Nothing made me care. Nothing made me care about this movie. And I only cared about Aretha when she was a kid. I only cared about Aretha when she was a kid. When she grew up, I did not care about her. I didn't care about her. Yeah, it sucked that she was getting physically abused by her husband. I felt bad for her and I was happy when she got out of it and all of that stuff. But like, I just didn't care. Because in a flip of a scene, she's yelling at her family. How did we get here? How did we get here? And that's just a testament to the script, because if I missed how we got there, clearly I was tuned out. I mean, there's really nothing else for me to say about this film. I honestly appreciate Jennifer Hudson's portrayal and the fact that she did a great job. Her singing, phenomenal, all of that. The child actress, phenomenal, good job. The acting, great. But the script, the direction, the length of the film, and then the ending. I mean, Vic was in the chair in tears. And I'm like, why are you crying at this? I don't understand. And he appreciates and loves Jennifer Hudson, and he appreciated and loved Aretha Franklin. Okay. I could have watched this at the house, on the couch, on the big TV. That's where I could have watched this. Is it worth it to see in the movies? No, it is not worth it to see in the movies. I wouldn't see it in the movie theater. If I could get my AMC A-List Stubs ticket back For 1 out of 3 movies free, I would get it back. It was not worth seeing in the movies. You can watch this at home with a glass of wine, probably a bottle, because you'll need the whole freaking bottle to get through this film. And yeah, call it a day. Support them that way. Watch it on Amazon, because I believe it's on Amazon. I don't know where it's at. But if you haven't seen Respect in the movie theaters and you were thinking about going to see it in the movie theaters, NAW. No, don't go. Don't go. If you want to watch a long film with an actress that you can respect and a musician that you can respect by the name of Jennifer Hudson, and if you loved Aretha Franklin stuff back in the day, then check it out on your television. I'm Wes the Critic. Hopefully you vibe with my reviews. I need y'all to do me a favor, click that thumbs up button so more of my videos can be seen. And I'm going to see Shang-Chi tonight, baby. I know I'm late. I'm not a part of the critic club. Oh no, I'm not. At least not yet. That is the goal. The goal is for me to be a part of this critic club so I can get my screeners too, goddammit. I want screeners. I want to see things early. Anyways, I'm going to see Shang-Chi and I'm super de-duper excited about it. But leave your reviews or comments below my review for Respect and let me know what your thoughts were. Do you think that it's worth it or not? And I'm going to give it again a no. Love y'all. Deuces. I know. You're not about to think about not subscribing to aconnectiontv.com. Copyrighted.